So today we're going to be installing DNS over HTTPS on the Pi-hole setup we did in a previous video. I'm going to be working from notes quite a bit today, so I'll be copying and pasting a fair amount of command line commands or terminal commands. But don't worry, I'm going to provide a full list of the commands that I enter into my comment section for this video. I'll also provide the resource links that I used to compile this list of commands. To do is to start up the container, and we do that by clicking Start. And once this is done spinning, we can just click Console, and we can log in. Now, as always, this is my demo system we're working on, and I haven't set up a user account. Probably should do that if I'm going to keep demoing for videos, but I'm logging in as root today. I would highly suggest that you set up a user account and not log in as root. So the first thing we're going to run is a wget command. This wget command is going to reach out and it's going to download the Cloudflare package for DNS over HTTPS that we need to use to communicate with their DNS server. Then we're going to install that package. And we're going to check the version, basically just to make sure that it installed correctly and it is there. Now this installs a bunch of redirects. We don't need to worry about this UDP listener. It's basically saying that it can't install the listener on port 53. I don't really have to worry about that because Pi-hole's already listening on port 53, so we don't really need to worry about that error. We're going to check our configuration. You see we resolved a primary and a secondary DNS. Now I'm not entirely sure how to explain this next set, but it's part of the configuration files for setting up the Pi-hole to run DNS over HTTPS. Final install of the service. And one last check to make sure everything's working. Now you'll see that they are the same as previous. That's okay, they should be. Now we need to install the DNSCrypt-proxy. and we need to add a line to this particular configuration file. And we press Control X, Y to save, and enter. And you can see we're working. Now we're going to cd to the OPT directory, and we're going to download another component of the DNS decrypt proxy from their website using a wget. And we're going to unpack it. Now we're going to just move this file. Remove the file we downloaded. And cd up one level to the DNS decrypt proxy. Copy paste. And we're going to open another config file. Now this config file, we're going to scroll through and we're going to look for the listener address. It's set to 53. I'm going to set it to 5300, but you can pretty much set that to whatever open port you want to have. Now we need to change the require DNS SECT from false to true, and we can exit and save this config file. Now we need to install the service. Start the service. Now, if you do not remember or did not write down the Pi-hole password given to you, or would just like to change it, we can run this command and enter the new password we would like. Now we're going to go to a web browser, browse to the Pi-hole server that we want. In my case, it's 233. We're going to log in. Go to Settings, DNS, uncheck the Cloudflare. Custom is going to be 127.0.0.1, hashtag, and the port number, 5300. And save. Now, we should be able to enter our network settings here and go to our DNS page, and we can go to 10.10.2.233. Now, I'm going to do this just for tests, just to make this computer so I can show you that this is all working. This should really be updated inside of your DNS or your all-in-one DNS routers, DHCP settings inside of your all-in-one router or your DHCP server. We'll apply those. Now, if I open a tab and browse to something like eBay, you can see this is working. And we can click home, click on something else. Yeah, good. Click on another vacuum cleaner. Good. And as you can see, if we go back to the dashboard, see there it's going up. So if we load another page, it's going up again. We can go to Google. There you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. DNS over HTTPS is a very important security feature for online anonymity. It allows you to essentially encrypt your DNS requests over HTTPS, so somebody that is sniffing your traffic or your ISP that logs your traffic can't identify what websites you're browsing. So this helps prevent tracking and logging of your internet activity. Have a good night.